Hello, guys. Welcome back to the podcast here for the NBA Championship Series. We have my boy Jack Amatis. We're going to be talking about game one of the Championship Series. Jack, say hello to the fans of the Championship
Um,
Series.
Hi everybody, thank you for watching. I'm happy to be here, and yeah, let's get into it.
All right, we're going to be talking about game one of the Championship Series between the Bells and the Bernices. Game one was a cinema matchup. The last time we had a great matchup of game one of the Championship Series in basketball was in 2025, and that was game one of the Championship Series when Dalton, I think, took that last shot in the last second of the
Yeah,
game to
yeah.
beat.
I think you took like a shot to win the game, and then it didn't go in. I'm pretty sure.
Yep, I was trying to go in for a three to win the game, and Dalton's defense locked down. Dalton Lorenzen. Um, I just have to talk so much about Dalton, man. I mean, what this dude does, man, on the court is insane. With his defense, his offense at times can be clutch. How do you feel about Dalton of the way he plays basketball and when he's locked in big moments? I mean, compared to the
Yeah.
preseason and the regular season, what makes the difference of what Dalton does compared to
Well, yeah. In the preseason, he just takes it easy. I think he just is out there for cardio, and he doesn't really care. But then when it comes to the regular season and postseason and everything, he's the best. I think he's the best in the world. Until someone beats him because he won yesterday and he already has two championships in a row. So he's just so good. A defense, especially, probably he's the best defender in the league, and he's right now the Bernices are the best team in the league until someone beats them. So it's just like it's crazy. Like everyone was like, hey. After that preseason loss, people are like, "Hey, maybe this year will be
Jack, I'm
different."
so sorry to cut you off. Someone's calling my name. Give me one moment.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I am back.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, my mom needed to ask me something. She needed me to drop her off tomorrow at work around pretty
Oh,
early. Yeah, pretty early. So yeah. Tomorrow is gonna be a pretty busy day for me. But yeah, anyway,
yeah.
yeah. Continuing what you were saying about game one.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, the Bernices are just like everyone thought that maybe they'd fall off because they had a bad preseason game, and then their first game they just played amazing. And yeah, like they look like where they left off in game four last year. But hey, it's not over. There's a lot of basketball left. And I think the Bells do have some hope. And I don't think it's over yet.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't think it's over yet. I think when we talk about the Bells defense, they have a really good defense because it did show them, against Dalton to start the game off. It showed that against the Sprites, of course, they have times where they play really good defense. But then it's like when you play against really talented offense like Dalton or the Sprites like you, like it's obviously very
Yeah.
challenging, especially when you go into the second half of basketball because you're just locking and ready to go. I think especially with
Yeah.
Dalton going into that second half, making back to back shots was insane. There was no way I saw that coming. I'm like, holy shit! Is
Yeah.
he really doing this? Is this the
The
different?
Bells, yeah.
Is this a different version of Dalton when in the regular season when it comes to big moments like that? Is this?
He's crazy, bro. It's
Shit.
insane.
Fuck.
The Bells do kind of have like a history of blowing leads, like because I remember in that like they blew a lead in game one this series, and then I remember in the Sprites series, like every game that the Sprites won against the Bells, I think like three of the games the Bells blew like a big lead.
Yeah, it's just so unfortunate, man. It's just basketball's a
Yeah,
very tough game. You're playing against a lot of
yeah,
great talents. You think you're trying hard out there, but it just doesn't feel like it's enough. Like I just feel like you got to do more out there. You got to close out the games better.
yeah,
You kind of have to just take it easy on your offense, get better rebounds. Yeah, I honestly look game two. The Bells are going to need to have a different mindset because if they want to win game two of the
yeah,
championship series, it's It's going to start with their defense. It's going to start with the rebounding. And the rebounding, they weren't that bad in the rebounding in the first half. They just have
No.
to they have to rebound the ball better. They have to just rebound,
Hmm.
keep on rebounding. Because remember, Dolan, there's times of Dolan where Dolan hasn't rebounded the ball that well, and some of it didn't go his way, some of it did, some of it didn't. That's unfortunate, right? But you just gotta hope Dalton can miss a lot of shots, because when Dalton's missing a lot of shots, it does get very tough for Dalton to get things going. But when he is making shots, it's so difficult for the Bells to just keep up that momentum for the Bernices. I just think that's what puts a lot of pressure on this Bells team when the Bernices play so good on offense, and you got that defense, that talented defense they have. Yeah, that just goes to show you that this Bernice team is no joke. They're no joke. They play hard out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Bells just got to, if they could get a big lead, and if they do that, they're just gonna have to like take the second half calm. Like if they have a lead, they gotta try not to blow this one. Like that's what I want to watch out for. Like if they do get a lead, how will they respond? Because like they're capable of getting a lead. We just gotta see if the Bells can keep it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of history at times where the Bells have had a big lead and they have just blowing games
Yeah.
left to right. They did it at the Bernices. They did it against the Sprites. Like, I just don't know what's going on. Like, is the defense getting exhausted? It's just doing it like I don't know. Like, I don't know if these teams are just maybe there's just a lot more like patient, or maybe they just play, take it easy, wait. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I just think you got to keep on playing hard out there until the game ends.
Yep. Exactly.
It has to be the mindset. I can't go
Mhm.
into game two thinking that Dalton is just gonna chuck up shots. There's just no way I can go into that mindset. It showed in game one of the championship series. Dalton was making some big clutch shots in the moment. And I'm not gonna lie, the Bells almost did beat the Bernices, which they almost did, which it goes to show you, like maybe game two, they can have that momentum. It's just
Yeah.
play better defense, play a lot more better defense, put a lot of pressure on this Bernices offense. Because if you're not putting a lot of pressure on the Bernices offense, they can easily go off on this Bells team. And if the Bells just cannot generate a lot more pressure against this Bernices, it's gonna be really hard for this Bells team to beat them in this series, and it's gonna show that.
Yeah. Game two is gonna be a big game because if the Bells win that, I believe the Bells have a good chance. But if the Bells don't win, it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with how good this Bernice team, and then you have that defense from last year. They were the best defense in the league. The Bernice, they were a
Yeah.
top level number one defense in the league. I think they were right up there with the Sprites. I think they were a little bit more better with the Sprites just because of how their length, their size,
Yeah.
how physical they played, the space. Oh my god! Just even thinking about it, it's just like fuck. How am I gonna beat this guy in game two? I think it's just gonna be, playing good defense. You
Yeah.
gotta play good defense. Your offense is gonna have to have an awesome game too, because remember, there's times where the Bernice can have lazy defense too. So remember, they're not gonna always play perfect defense, but you
Yeah.
still gotta go out there and play hard. This is a very talented Bernice team. They've won two championships. They don't give up. They play really hard. Yeah. The Bernices are going to be if they do win game two, they will be the favorite to win the championship, and it's going to be a lot of reasons why. If it's a blowout for the Bernices, if the Bernices blow them out, this conversation we're talking about game two is going to be insanely crazy, and I just hope I don't have to have a conversation about the Bernices getting a win on game two, because I do not want to hear that at all.
Yeah.
And
It's gonna be hard. Like,
it would be very hard to hear that. I have to lock in game two. And
mhm.
also I wanted to mention about the Swish Live issue. So if you guys were watching the Swish Live YouTube live on YouTube, we had technical issues with the Swish Live. Unfortunately, we've been having this kind of issue. We had this issue in the preseason. We had this issue now in game one. So we have this issue in game two. Unfortunately, we will not be moving forward with Swish Live, and it's going to be very difficult to do that. So, and that's because we're having technical issues. But that doesn't change the fact we'll still be talking about the games. We'll still, mention about what happened. You'll see the final score. You'll see all the stats. Who's starting to play better and stuff. Like you'll even hear like Dalton's been one of the best, so maybe I've been one of the best too. You'll hear a lot of that here on YouTube on the on not MLB Championship Series, the Sports Championship Series League on YouTube. We cover basketball, we cover MLB Championship Series, we cover NBA Championship Series. We also do some other fun sports too. Not only that, not only just the championship series, we also do other sports for fun too. So you'll see live. Well, actually, I don't really announce that pretty much, depending on what it is, but we also do some really fun live streams too with other sports that are fun. And yeah, so you'll hear a lot of that on there, and even on social media what the series looks like too. But watching the game is not going to be possible if we continue to have this issue going in the game too.
Yeah,
But like I said,
we're
Jack,
just gonna have to see how it is like on game two. Honestly,
yes, but that shouldn't. I really don't want that to affect my game because I still want to focus. I know this is a very important game for me. I want to go out there and do my best. And no, hey, this is still a series. We gotta go out there and play hard out there. We don't want to go. We don't want to go in this game losing, going 2-0 at home, going into home, going down 2-0. That's gonna be really hard to go into.
yeah,
And you also have the best road team in Dalton Lorenzen. He was dominant on the road. Holy shit. I mean, oh my God. If you watch the tape to start the game off on the road, those last two games last season, it was crazy. But man, though, dude, that just goes to show you Dalton's no joke, man. Dalton is just, he's no joke out there, man.
he's not. He's not.
Uh,
He's incredible.
yeah. I just have to go in there, and now, like you said, I got to go one game at a time. And yes, if I do go in winning these next two straight, it's gonna feel really amazing. But I just don't think I'm gonna go up 3-1 in this series against him because it's just gonna be too hard. Dalton's just too good. In
Yeah, exactly.
baseball last season, you think you can go up maybe like at least 3-1 against Dalton in baseball. No, you can't. No, you can't. He ties the series up 2-2. I was able to take the series 3-2 because my offense was so dominant in baseball. I had a very talented offense. I was number one in homers. I was insane with homers. We'll be talking a lot about that from like last season for baseball too. So you'll see a podcast of this talking about me of why I won the championship series in 2026. It felt so amazing to be Dalton in baseball. Even when we went to a game seven, I really want that same feeling. Whether we go into game seven, we go into game five, or go to game six, or maybe even oh my god, like I want this series to be. And I feel like if I play better and I can win a lot of games, win a lot of games like I did against the Sprites, this series is going to be competitive. I don't see the Bells taking this one that easily though, and if they do, it's going to be because of that defense.
Yeah, I remember game two. So I remember game one, like you lost like on a close game to the Sprites, and then I remember in game two you like absolutely like killed the Sprites. Like so, hopefully that happens to you this game, because I remember the Bells beat the Sprites by like 20 points in game two. So that's what you need in this game.
Yeah, I think the defense is gonna need to get rebounds. We're gonna need to shoot the
Yeah,
ball very well. I need that same energy in September. When we go into September, I need that same energy. Despite with even if I don't go live stream, I still just need that energy, that poise. Like it has to happen. It just has to. I gotta go into this game with a different mindset. And I think if I go in with that mindset, I'm gonna have a really good shot in game two. And that will give me a lot of momentum to go into game three. And I just think that's going to help out so much. I need that, man. I need that.
yeah, you need that.
It's gonna be really hard. I'm not gonna say this is gonna be a cakewalk, especially the way Dalton played. But yeah, this got to be different, man.
Yeah,
I can't go into
it's gonna
game
be
two, and
hard.
yeah, fuck. Yeah, no, I just have to. I got to get ready for game two. Lock in.
Yep.
This is a talented guy I'm playing against. He's gonna go out there do his thing. I gotta go out there do my thing too.
Yeah, he's really hard. He's the best in the league. It's gonna be tough, but yeah, it's not over yet. Like
No,
you
it's
can't let
not.
one game get to you.
No, I can't. Just gotta go into game two with a different mindset. Like it's a new game. Like it's a beginning of the season. Going with the game one mindset. you got to go into.
Yep.
No, and I feel like I can do it too. So I'll go ahead. Hopefully, I go into game two. Let's just hope we can go into this podcast and talk about me getting a victory.
Yeah, that would be great if you. Yeah,
Hmm.
like that would feel huge if you won that game because you haven't beat Dalton in like for a long, like for like 6 games or something like that. So if you beat him this game, that'd be insane.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, the last time I beat him was in the preseason this year, and then I think it was back in 2024 when we first started our season. I did beat him. It was like a few times. I don't know. I don't know how many times I beat him, but yeah, I think
Yeah,
yeah, that was the last time I had a super. Like, I think this year has to be this year, man. Because I remember in baseball, I was so bad last season. I had a record of 4-1 last season, and then I absolutely bounced back and came back and beat Dawn 4-3 with a very difficult series of how good Dawn was in baseball, and I was able to win the championship. My offense was so good. My pitching was dominant to start the game in Game Seven. I mean, oh my god, I just need that same exact energy in basketball, man. Like and game two and game three just need to have that mindset. And I'm gonna have home advantage after that, dude.
yeah,
Yeah, I gotta lock the fuck in game two. It's only 1 month. It's only 1 month. You're gonna have a lot of time to. It's yeah. I gotta go in with a really fresh mindset if I want to win this game. Dalton's gonna be no joke out there. He's gonna go out there do his thing. I just gotta go out there and show why I can win games. And that's all I got to do. That's simple. But
yep,
yeah,
exactly.
got anything to cover for game one of the championship series of what happened?
Um, no, just good luck, and yeah, I'd say just stay. Like if you do get a big lead, just stay calm. Don't get too excited, and if you're down, don't just chuck up shots. Like just keep the same game plan either way.
That's what we got to go into going into this game. Good game two.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that is the podcast. If you guys are trying to watch us on Switch Live, we probably are gonna have technical issues if we do keep on having. I hope we really don't. It's been a big issue for Switch Live, unfortunately. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm going to try to my best as I can to try to figure out this live issue, try to maybe switch some things up that maybe I haven't done before. I got to figure that out. But if you guys are watching on YouTube, we're going to try to figure it out. If we can't, unfortunately, I apologize if you guys can't start watching the game moving forward. That is going to be because of that. So, but thank you for watching for the podcast. We'll see you guys on the next podcast. I think, and yeah, we're heading towards the end of the month of August, so that is pretty exciting. Yeah, we are heading towards the end of the month of August. So I think our next podcast will be talking about Game Two of the Championship Series in
Yep. After
September.
game two.
In
Hmm.
September. So September, we're going to be talking about what matchups, or actually what that matchup is going to look like in Game Two against in the championship series to see who's going to win that one in Game Two. We'll see you guys in the next podcast. Thank you for watching. We will catch you
Yep.
all later. Peace out. Bye
Bye,
bye.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. Jack, got any last words to say for the audience?
No, just thank you, and hopefully the Swish Live works. Hopefully.
Hopefully it does, man. You guys have a
Yep.
great rest of your night. Catch you all later. Bye.